Hey everyone, my name is Julian of Julian Creates and welcome back to my channel. It feels like I come and go, things be happening, and literally this year things have happened. Most of the summer I have been dealing with something called allergy-induced vocal cord dysfunction. So most of this, which causes me to be hoarse, either between hoarse and a whisper for most of the summer. We're past laryngitis. We have seen doctors, we have tried steroids, we have gone to see allergists. Allergists told me they tested me for 60 environmental things. I'm allergic to like 47 of them. So even to my dog. So it's been a fun summer. This is my first day of having a semblance of a voice since Monday, and it's Friday. After having a meeting, I started Monday with a voice, fine, and had a meeting in two conference rooms in our office that caused me issues. Literally went to a whisper. So after 2 hours, and didn't have a voice for basically the rest of the week. But we've been quiet and sleep, and we're working to stay at this level. To me, it sounds off. This does not sound normal, and it does not feel normal. I'm using muscles that are not normal, but we're going to go with it because we have a voice today. So I am part of the Fancy Fabric Sewing Challenge because we all buy those fabrics that we don't use. And we just leave in the closet either out of fear or anything like that. But when we bought them, we was like, I must have it. And this was one of those fabrics for me. Now, no, do I have other versions, like other types of those fabrics? Absolutely. One fabric I was thinking about using is an African fabric. It's gorgeous. But I took it out and I forgot the reason I had not used it is because it needs to be cleaned because it stinks to high hell. It just smells of chemicals and will just air out everything. And I'm like, we ain't doing that. So I did have this fabric, and when I bought it, really did not have an idea of what I was using it for. But when I saw it, I said I must have it. So here's the fabric. This is like a silk dupioni taffeta. It has a taffeta feel, but also dupioni, and it's very slubby. I found it when I was last in Atlanta for frocktails, and I bought it from Fine Fabrics when we were walking around. It was kind of like an additional purchase. I saw it. I was like, oh, I must have that. Like, period. I think of the purchase that I did that day, this was the most expensive. I want to say it was like $9 something a yard. And I want to say I have like 5 or 6 yards of it. When I bought it, again, I did not know what I was going to use it for, but I said I needed it. But now I feel like I have a reason to wear it. So I'm going to the Met exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City to go see Superfine, Tailoring Black Style. If you know, I have been a fan of this exhibit, have done articles on this exhibit. I embodied this exhibit this year with Black dandyism and everything like that. So of course, y'all know I had to find something to make, to wear to this exhibit. And what better than to go in rainbow silk? Because rainbow, if you didn't know, rainbow is my favorite color. I do a lot of things in rainbow because it makes me happy. And I usually don't go with like such a dark tone, like it has a grayish black shot background. But yeah, it's rainbow, so I'm gonna wear it. But I did not want to do, like, I've been doing a lot of vest and trouser sets, which I love and will always continue to do. Like, that's become my new uniform. Wanted something a little bit different. So this was a perfect excuse to try a safari jacket. Love them, especially just gives that quintessential 70s look for many people. And I've really been loving that style. So I dug through my vintage patterns and found this jewel. So I have not made this before, but this is Vogue 1645. It's a Vogue Paris original by Yves Saint Laurent. Okay. So this is one of the patterns. I was given some patterns by a Bernina dealer out of California. She had a gentleman client who would come in to purchase machines, and he was, I think, getting out of sewing. He was a bit older, and he had so many different Vogue Paris original men's fashion, from Givenchy to Valentino to Yves Saint Laurent to, I don't know if he had Emmanuel Ungaro, but I've added to the collection myself. But these are the bases. And when I got these, I could not fit them because I was larger, but now I can. So this is a size 38, and I'm making the long sleeve version of the pattern out of this. Now, I do plan to, if I have time, to make pants, but I'm supposed to be leaving on Wednesday. We're gonna see about that. But yeah, I'm excited. Has this been a better cutout? Yes, because it is vintage. It is vintage Vogue. Vintage Vogues I love because of the technique that's in them, but you got to be ready to invest in a vintage Vogue pattern. And especially since I'm using silk, it takes some investment. So if I have time, I would do the pants as well, but I also have a pair of black flares that I can wear with these over a nice shoe. I don't know the shoe yet, but it'll be something chunky, a nice chunky shoe. And with the pattern currently calls for a fabric belt that I might make for it later. But for this, I have purchased these. So this is a Birkin inspired like leather belt with the like Birkin hardware. It's a thin belt, but I think it will be a nice juxtaposition. I do plan to wear this kind of closed over a mock neck as I go visit the exhibit. So still kind of giving upscale safari jacket, still a little bit like 70s athleisure, just 70s flair, which I am super feeling right now. So I've already started cutting out this pattern. Most of it's cut out. So join me at the sewing machine and let's get started.
So, one of the things that I love about using vintage Vogue patterns is that it gives you something different, something that we definitely do not see any longer when using modern day patterns. Vintage Vogue, especially this one by Yves Saint Laurent, just had a level of finish that you did not find in your simplicity or Bacall's patterns. One of the things that this pattern brought was a lot of pre-finishing before you top stitch down things. So such as these pockets, all the inner edges are hemmed and pre-finished before you actually added them onto the front of the garment. Which was something new for me, especially just even cargo pockets. As many things as I've made, I've never actually done cargo pockets, and was definitely nervous to do them in silk. But I think overall, I got a good result and definitely want to do them some more because honestly, it was pretty fun.
So one front. So we have our left front done. Now to do pockets on the right front. Then I can attach these to the other part and do facings. Hey everyone. So we are in day 2-ish, 3-ish of working on the safari jacket. It is the last day because I leave tomorrow and I want to have this done. So got up this morning. I'm working from home today. So, work, creative, breaks. We make it work. And started working on the sleeves. I did a poll in my social media stories, kind of decide if I wanted to do short sleeve or long sleeve, but it's not going to be too crazy hot. So I decided to go with the long sleeve, and I can always roll up the sleeves. So we have one sleeve made. I'm about to put the placket onto the next sleeve, attach the sleeves. Then for the body of it, I think I'm going to French seam it because if I roll up the sleeves, I don't want you to see serging on the inside. The pattern calls for flat felled. I hate flat felled. I hate it with a passion. Excuse me. It is not my favorite. So we're not going to do that. Just we're just like, no, we're not doing that. But we are going to go ahead and do the other placket and pleats on the other side of the sleeve. Attach the sleeves probably using my Burnett B68 maker. I'm using a combo stitch so I can get that straight stitch as well as combo stitch, or as well as like serger straight stitch or chain stitch, and then the overlock to finish the inside of the sleeve heads and stuff like that. And then go ahead and French seam up the sides and the arms, attach my cuffs. Then, yeah.
So beyond adding the pockets to the front, really this came together like any normal shirt would come together. But again, this is vintage Vogue, so there were a few things that were different. Um, Even the way that the collar was put together, there was finishing of the inners inside of the collar stand before top stitching that down. Um, but overall, I love the process. Um, and definitely will be making this again. Loving the back pleat on the back. That is definitely something that is different. And I styled this with a pair of black Gurkha trousers and a shirt and tie, which was not my original thought. But overall, I think it came together great. Can't wait to make another one. Hopefully, you follow along as I show more of my makes going forward. Thank you so much.